Okay, so let us now go ahead and let us further explore other features about PowerShell. For example, we can actually go ahead and we can create different types of objects within PowerShell. For example, I can go ahead and I can go here and I can say, for example, create an object. So for that, let me go into cd c. Here I have the VMs folder. Let me go into VMs and let me create new item test type directory. I'm going to go into the test folder. Here I will go ahead and I will say, for example, create a new object. So I'm going to say $XL is equal to new object of a com type Excel dot application. And this will go ahead and now create a Excel type object. But I need to go ahead and I need to find out a little bit more about this. While I created it, I need to be in a position to be able to see more about it. So how can I do that? So first, after creating the object, I can first list the properties. So I can say Excel, give me the details of the properties and the methods which are associated with this object, which I can go over one by one. So I can go ahead and I can retrieve that information over here. Next, I can go ahead and I can look at the workbooks of the Excel. So I can say $workbook is equal to $Excel dot workbook dot add. Similarly, I can say within this $item is equal to $workbook dot worksheets dot item 1. Okay. And here I can say $item dot cells dot item. So the first column and the first row should have the text new value. Okay. And I can now say $Excel dot visible. So I want to see it. And can you see at the back an Excel sheet has opened? And there you can go ahead and you can see the value, which is the new value. All right. You can see the new value over here. Okay. So you can go ahead and you can create different types of objects and you can go ahead and you can manipulate these objects to retrieve the information you are looking for. Now, just like we have done that, we can also go ahead and we can retrieve information of the different types of providers. So for that, let's go back into our VM. I'm going to go into my PowerShell prompt. I'm going to clear it out. There, let us go ahead and let us first identify what are the different types of PowerShell providers. PowerShell provider, and I can see that there are different PowerShell providers, which I can see: registry, alias, environment, file system, function, variable, and certificate. Then I can further go ahead and I can retrieve information, say, about the drives. That is also one way to go ahead and do that. And similarly, I can go ahead and I can do, say, C drive. And there I can go ahead and I can move into back into the C drive. Then look at what are the different contents. I can go ahead and I can say, give me, say, for example, give me the properties and the methods which are associated with this. I can also go ahead and I can see, give me GCI where the $_ the PowerShell PSI container is present, which means all the directories are present. Okay. Or I can say, give me where none of the directories are present. So I can go ahead and I can choose what I want to retrieve. This time, let me say, yes. Okay, sorry. This is actually let me retrieve this. Okay, sorry. Okay, I can PSI container. Okay, doesn't actually show. Let me actually remove this with the dollar. Let me do exclamation. Okay, and here with the exclamation, I can retrieve the information that I'm looking for. Now I can actually go ahead and I can also create a new type of directory. So say for example, I am over here, I will say RM my directory. Let me remove it. It will did not flash any error and it removed it for me. Let me say new item, path, C, name, my directory, type directory. There I can say new item, path, C colon my directory, name, test.txt, type file. Similarly, I can do get content. And I can see it is empty right now. Can I then add some content? So I can say add content to this. And what content do I want to add? Value. This is line 1. This is line 2. This is line 3. I can continue to go ahead and I can add. Now when I do get content, it will go ahead and it will print these lines. Similarly, I can say set content. C, my directory, test, value, overwrite these lines. And it will overwrite all of these lines. Okay? It will overwrite all of these lines. Okay. Okay. Now, just like we have gone ahead and we have done this, we can also do other types of activities where we can go ahead and we can install features. So for example, I can say get Windows feature. Sorry, let me actually say get. Let me go ahead and let me just clear this. Let me do. Let me go ahead and let me say get service. And look at the list of services. I can in fact say, give me the list of services in the form of a grid format, which is external, and I can go ahead and I can look at the stopped services, etc. If I want to go ahead and I want to stop a service, restart the service, I can also go ahead and I can do that. I think that is one thing. I think that's it. Okay, so I can also do install Windows feature. Okay, so I think this I need to go ahead and I need to see how to go ahead and I need to do. So for this, let me go ahead and let me clear it. Okay. All right. But this is Windows 10. Let's go ahead and let us see if we can use these features elsewhere. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shut this down. Okay. All right. So here I'm going to shut it down. Now let us go ahead and let us switch on our server 2019 and see how that is moving. And let us go ahead and let us do just a few commands here. And there I am going to go ahead and I'm going to run the PowerShell admin session. And there I'm going to go ahead and first I'm going to do get Windows feature. And I can go ahead and I can see what are the present features which are available here. I can in fact have an open grid view to be able to see them properly. Now with that, I can also go ahead and I can install features. So what are the processes to install features? To install features in Windows Server, you would need to go ahead and you would need to do install feature. So install Windows feature. Here I can say include all sub features, install, or maybe I can say include management tools for web server. So this will install all the web server related functionality. Instead of going via the GUI, you will need to do it via PowerShell. Similarly, I can also, okay, so it has actually gone ahead and it has said some issue. It has said management tools is the problem. Okay, let me remove the management tools because I think management tools give a little bit of issue. So I'm going to remove, or maybe I can use the capital T to check management tools. Okay, I think the reason for management tool problem is because of the internet. Okay, because it is having a little problem with the internet. So let us remove the, because it needs to get these additional functionality from there. So let me remove this. Let's just put include all sub feature and let's check. Okay, so it is still saying because I think I need to, needs to add one or more services for it installed feature category info invalid. So it is actually not able to connect to the internet. Okay, so let me go ahead and let me fix that before we move ahead.